Rama Rama, Namaste everyone. Welcome you all to session 14 of Samskrita Shri Pathamala 1. Today we'll be seeing some verb forms in the present tense. Let us start with Mangala Shlokaha. Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalasphटिकाकृतिम् Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe. Saraswati Namastestu Veena Pustakadharini Hamsavahana Marudhe Vidyadanam Kurushvame. So first we'll start with today's Sukti. Suktihi Arabdham Uttamajanaha na Parityajanti. Arabdham means whatever has been begun. Uttamajanaha means great men or good men. Na is they don't. Parityajanti is they don't give up or forsake. So good people do not give up what they have begun. They always see it through to its end and give it their best effort. And they don't stop in between till they achieve the desired result. Is this Sukti. So far, quickly let's see what we have done right from the beginning. First, we saw the Devanagari script. It has 5 components, namely Swaras, Vyanjanas, Gunitaksharas, Sanyuktaksharas, and Ayogavahas. Then we saw simple words in the 3 genders. That is, we saw some nouns in the beginning, like Ramaha, Krishnaha, then Achalaha, inanimate and living things, everything. We saw names of people under each of the genders. Then feminine gender, neuter gender like Griham, feminine gender like Nadi, Mala, etc. So these are all nouns. Next we saw some personal pronouns under 3 different types, Etat, Idam and Tad. Etat is a shabda which indicates something which is close by. Idam also something that is close by. So these two, this is the word that is used for Etat and Idam. And Tad is something far away or that is not seen. So each of these has forms in the 3 different genders, Pullingam, Strilingam and Napumsakalingam. We saw all those forms. So that helped us to, form simple sentences with the pronouns and the nouns that we have learned based on the distance from the speaker as well as based on the gender. Next, we saw the question pronoun Kim. Kim has 3 forms in 3 genders, Kaha in Pullingam, Ka in Strilingam and Kim in Napumsakalingam. So combining these, we learned how to make sentences. After that, we saw some grammatical terms like Kriya Padam, Nama Padam, Dhatu, Kriya Visheshanam or Visheshanam. These are some grammatical terms which we'll be using frequently, so it's good to know their meanings. Next is, we saw some personal pronouns again for the 3 different persons. What are the persons? Prathama Purushaha is the Anya Purushaha or the 3rd person in English. Madhyama Purushaha is the 2nd person in English and Uttama Purushaha is the 1st person in English. So under these, we saw that in Uttama Purushaha, the shabda that is used is, there is only one shabda that you can use for Uttama Purusha and that is Asmat Shabdaha. Whether I am Pullingam, Strilingam or Napumsakalingam, I have to use only Asmat Shabdam. So irrespective of the gender, there is only one Shabdam in the Uttama Purushaha. Next is Madhyama Purushaha, the person to whom one is speaking. That is also a shabda which does not change with lingam. So that is called the Yushmat Shabdaha. So Asmat Shabdaha, Yushmat Shabdaha are the Uttama Purusha and Madhyama Purusha words. In Prathama Purusha, there are numerous words. All the nouns that we learned will come under Prathama Purusha. So, because when two people are talking, they refer to other things by names or by pronouns. So that is why always these things will appear only as a Prathama Purusha or Anya Purusha in a sentence. So in that we have the differentiation based on gender, because we have to be specific as to what gender the person or thing we are talking about is in. So today we'll be seeing some verbs and verb forms, just the present tense, because the verbs have different forms for different purushas and different vachanas. Purusha means person, uttama, madhyama and prathama, and vachana is ekavachana, dvivachana and bahuvachana. So for different purushas and different vachanas, in one tense itself, there will be different forms. We'll see them in detail in today's class. So first, I had asked you to learn the pronouns that we did in the last class, so that we can quickly revise that and then proceed with today's lesson. So as we did in the last time, I will give you the words. You write it down, write the Samskrita Padam in the notebook, and then we'll check it after everyone completes it. So the first thing is you all. You all means bahuvachana. So accordingly, please write the Sarvanama Padam. Sarvanama Padam is the pronoun, because now we have learned pronouns for Uttama Purushaha, Madhyama Purushaha and Anya Purushaha. We too. So first think, we means which Purusha, and then which Shabda should be used, and what is the number that is to be used. So thinking about all this, select the correct word that you have to use. He. We know this, we are familiar with this, we've used this several times. He. Next is those. When there are many, and when those means we can guess the gender, right? We are not saying they, we are saying those. So it has to be what lingam? They too. When we say they, we don't know the gender, so I've mentioned it as feminine. Dual number, they, and in Strilingam. Next is you two. The two of you. Okay. I hope you have all written. I'll give you just one more minute before I call upon somebody to read out what they have written. If you want to read, please raise your hands. Okay, are you ready? Meenakshi V, do you want to read?
Yes, ma'am. Namaste.
Ram Ram. Namaste. The first thing is you all.
UM.
Yes. Very good. Next.
Avam.
Okay. I'll give somebody else a chance now. Dhanyavadaha. Mahadevan Shivaraman Mahodaya.
Yes.
Ram Ram.
Next is
Namaste.
he. He, Saha,
Very good.
those, Tani.
Very good. So it is Napumsakalingam. Only then we say those. And when there are many in Bahuvachana, it is Tani.
Tani.
Okay. Good. Next.
They too, feminine, te.
They. Okay. Dhanyavada. Just two more. I will give it.
Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad. Lochani Subramaniam. Yourself muted. Can you unmute yourself? Lochani Subramaniam. Yes. They too in femininus.
Tau. Te.
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 Sa, te, and
Te, ta.
taha. Yes. You too.
Yuvam.
Yuva. Very good. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavad.
So now we'll quickly revise the Sarvanama Shabdas again once, and then we'll proceed to the verbs. So Uttama Purushaha, as I told you, has only one Shabda, which is Asmat Shabdaha. In Uttama Purushaha, you won't find any other Shabda other than Asmat Shabda, and in Asmat Shabda there is only Aham, Avam and Vayam based on the Vachana, Eka Vachanam, Dvivachanam and Bahuvachanam. So you should get this very, very clearly in your mind that when you are referring to something as Uttama Purusha, it has to be only Asmat Shabdaha. Next is Madhyama Purushaha, Yushmat Shabdaha, Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam. In Prathama Purushaha, we can have Tat Shabda, we can have Etat Shabda, we can have Idam Shabda, we can have any of the pronoun, any of the nouns that we learned. So it can be just anything. So for this, we necessarily have to categorize them under the three lingams, which are Pullingam, Strilingam and Napumsakalingam. For example, we have just taken Tad Shabdaha. So Tad Shabdaha, the Pullinga forms are Sahataute, Strilinga forms are Sate Taha, Napumsakalinga forms are Tatte Tani. So here again the spelling is wrong. I changed it in the last class slide, but not in this. I'll change it later. It should be Na Pu Saka Linga. So let me quickly read this out to just become familiar. Aham Avam Vayam, Tvam Yuvam Yuyam, Sahataute Sate Taha Tatte Tani. So you keep repeating this and the words will enter. You will memorize them easily. Now we'll go to the verbs. Kriyapadam is the name of the verb that is used in a sentence. Okay. Next is Lat Lakaraha. Lat Lakaraha means present tense. So the most common tense that we use is present tense, right? We talk about the present. So that is referred to as Lat Lakaraha. We saw that Lakaraha means the tense or mode. This particular present tense is called the Lat Lakaraha. First, we have taken up Nam Dhatuhu. Nam means to salute, to bow down, to worship. These are all Namati. So, Nam Dhatuhu. So, here we have the Prathama Purushaha first. If you remember the pronoun table that we just saw with the 15 pronouns, that is Asmat Shabda, Yushmat Shabda and Tat Shabda. We saw the Uttama Purusha first, Madhyama Purusha next, and the Prathama Purusha or Anya Purusha last. So here the order is exactly the reverse of that. We are talking about the Prathama Purusha first, Madhyama Purusha next, and lastly the Uttama Purusha. So what we'll be doing is we'll be reciting the verbs in this order. Prathama Purusha, Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam, Madhyama Purusha, Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam, and Uttama Purusha, Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, and Bahuvachanam. This is the order for verbs. It is a standard order. So without thinking about Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, we can just say Namati, Namataha, Namanti, Namasi, Namathaha, Namatha, Namami, Namavaha, Namamaha. So this is how you recite the table of the verb for each of the lakaras, for each of the dhatus. So one particular dhatu, for one particular lakara, you will have 9 forms. We'll see what each of them means. So Prathama Purushaha or Anya Purushaha, as we know in Ekavachanam, can mean he or she or it, isn't it? Whether it is close by or far away or whatever it is, it can be he or she or it based on the lingam. So for that, the verb that you will be using along with such a noun or pronoun will be ending with a ti. So that's why I marked it separately in blue color. Namati is the first form. When there are 2 people in Prathama Purusha, that is somebody else, not the person who is talking, not the person to whom one is talking, somebody else is referred to as Prathama Purusha or Anya Purusha. In Dvivachanam, that is Namataha. The verb will get the ending as Taha. And in Bahuvachanam, the ending will be Ti. If you see here, there is a Nakara consonant followed by a Takara and then Hrasva Ikara, Namanti. So Namati, Namataha, Namanti is the first line. So Ti, Taha, Anti are the endings. Namati, Namataha, Namanti. So if you add the endings Ti, Taha, Anti, Ti, Taha, Anti to Nam, we get Namati, Namataha, Namanti. Okay. Similarly, now for Madhyama Purushaha. Madhyama Purushaha, what is the noun form? Always the noun form in Madhyama Purushaha will only be Yushmat Shabdaha. You or you two or you all. You or you both or you all. So for that, the verb forms will have the endings Si, Thaha, the Mahaprana Tha, Thaha and Namatha. The ending for the Bahuvachanam is Tha. Si, Thaha, Tha will be the ending. So add it to Nam, you will get Namasi, Namathaha, Namatha. This is for Madhyama Purushaha. So Namati, Namataha, Namanti for Prathama Purusha. Namasi, Namathaha, Namatha for Madhyama Purusha. Uttama Purusha, what is the shabda that is always used? It is Asmat Shabda, which is I or we both or we all. So on whose behalf we are talking? All of us. So that is Nama, Namami, Namavaha, Namamaha. The endings are Mi, Vaha, Maha. Mi, that is a Hrasva Ikara. Mi, Na, Vaha and Maha. So the endings are Ti, Taha, Nti, Si, Thaha, Tha, Mi, Vaha, Maha. This is for the Prat Lakara, which is the present tense. So in Uttama Purusha, when you add Mi, Vaha, Maha to the Nam Dhatu, instead of getting Namami, you get Namami. Namami, Namavaha, Namamaha. Mi, Vaha, Maha are the endings. It is right. But then the first part gets extended a bit. So the first part, you will find different dhatus get different kind of different changes in the first part. But mostly the endings are constant. So with that, you will be able to identify. So let me repeat the endings first. Ti, taha, unti, si, thaha, tha, mi, vaha, maha. The order is Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha and Uttama Purusha. And within that, Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam and Bahuvachanam. This is the order that you will be following always without an exception. So with Nam Dhatu, let me read the words once just to become familiar. Namati, Namataha, Namanti. Namasi, Namathaha, Namatha. Namami, Namavaha, Namamaha. Okay. Now, if 2 or 3 of you can read it aloud, it will be an interactive thing and you can also become familiar with the forms. So how I would like you to read is, you don't have to mention the Purusha and the Vachana. You have to get this order clearly in your head. Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha is the order. And then within that, you're going to say Ekavachanam first, Dvivachanam second, and Bahuvachanam next. So automatically, you know with the order, what is it that you're referring to. So if you want to read this, please raise your hands. I will call you. Krishna Narayanan Mhodaya.
Namaste, Ram Ram.
Ram Ram, Namaste. So can you read the words, the verbs in the different forms alone?
Okay. So I just straight away go to the words without
Yes.
reading the. Okay.
Yes.
Namati, namataha, namanti. Namasi, namataha, namatha. Namami, namavaha, namamaha.
Okay. So what does this mean?
So
Namati
namati
is
is he, she, or it salutes. Namataha means they both salute. Namanti means they all salute.
very good.
In Madhyama Purusha, Namasi means you salute. Namatha means you both salute. Namatha is you all salute. In Uttama Purusha, Namami is I salute. Namavaha, we both salute. And Namamaha, we all salute.
Very good. Uttamam. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha.
Jayanta Sarkar, Mahadev.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
want to read? Ram
Yes,
Ram.
ma'am.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namati, namataha, namanti. Namasi, namataha, namatha. Namami, namabaha, namamaha.
Excellent. Dhanyavadaha.
Thank you.
Gauri Ramamurthy, Bhagini, do you want to read? I think you're self-muted. Please unmute yourself. Geeta Ashok, Bhagini. I've unmuted you. You can speak by unmuting yourself. Geeta Ashok. Bhagini. Sorry, you can try now again. Geeta Ashok, Bhagini. Sorry, I think there is a problem with your mic. Gajalakshmi, Bhagini. Gajalakshmi, Bhagini.
Can you hear me, ma'am? Hari Om, ma'am.
Ram Ram. Namaste.
Ram
Hari Om.
Ram. Hari Om, ma'am. Namati, namataha, namanti.
Yeah.
Namasi, namataha, namatha.
Namasi.
Madam.
The first one is Namasi. Namatha.
Namasi. Namatah. Namatha.
Yes.
Namami. Namavaha. Namamaha.
Yes. So Nam is to salute or bow down or to worship. And with that
Yes.
we had at Titaha Anti, Inti, Sithaha and Nivaha Maha. Okay. Dhanyavadaha Bhagini.
Thank you. Dhanyavad.
One more person can read and then we will proceed. Annapurni Nori Mahadev. Ram Ram. Yeah. Can you read it once? Annapurni Nori Mahadev. Unable to hear you. Sorry. A.S. Swaminathan Mahodaya.
Ram Ram Ram.
Ram Ram. Namaste Mahodaya.
लट् लकारः नम धातुः नमति नमतः नमन्ति नमसि नमतः नमत नमामि नमावः नमामः.
उत्तम. सम्यक् महोदय. धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः.
So, Namasi, Namati, Namati, Namataha, Namanti, which is the Prathama Purusha, can have he, she, or it in singular, they both in Dvivachanam, and they all in Bahuvachanam. So, what is he, she, or it? That is Saha, Sa, or Tat can be the noun. It can be any noun as well. Ramaha, Krishnaha, Sita, anybody. But the verb will have the form ti if it is singular and if it is third person. So ti will come when there is singular, taha when there is dual, they both or these both. Okay, so you can use eshaha, etat shabdaha in the dvivachana, but we have learned only the tat shabdaha. So if it is pullingam, it can be tau. If it is strilingam, it can be te, and in napumsakalingam, it can be te again. So tau namataha or te namataha, or in napumsakalingam again te namataha when there are two people in the prathama purusha or anya purusha. When there are many in pullingam, we have te. Okay, saha tau te. Te refers to plural in pullingam. So te namanti will be the sentence. And when it is strilingam, it will be taha. In plural, it is taha. They all means taha. So taha namanti. And for napumsakalingam, it is tani. So we'll say tani namanti. Okay. So only in prathama purusha we have the linga bheda for the nouns, but for the verb there is no linga bheda. It is all the same. Only the difference is based on the vachanam, which is eka vachanam, dvivachanam, or bahuvachanam. Madhyama Purusha, we know that there is only Asmat Yushmat Shabdaha. So it is Tvam Yuvam Yuyam. Tvam Namasi, Yuvam Namathaha, Yuyam Namatha. And then in Uttama Purusha, it is Aham Namami, Avam Namavaha, Vayam Namamaha. Okay, Aham, Avam, Vayam are the three words in the Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, and the Bahuvachanam. So till this, if you have any doubt, you can type out your questions. In the meantime, I'll quickly say the endings alone. Ti, taha, nti, si, tha, tha, and ni, vaha, maha. So we'll take up some questions now and then see the next verb. Can you please repeat the suktihi? Suktihi, I said, arabdham uttama janaha na parityajanti. It will be in the slide. You can access it after it is uploaded. Under Uttama Purusha Dvivachanam, it should be V2 and not V2. Yes, it is not TW, it is TWO, V2. What is Asmat Shabdaha and Yushmat Shabdaha? Asmat Shabdaha is the collective word that is used for the I, we and we2 and we all. So all these three will come under the Asmat Shabdaha. Based on the Vachana, there is a difference. And Yushmat Shabdaha is for you, you2 and you all. All these together, collectively it is called the Yushmat Shabdaha. So based on the gender, there are differing forms. That's all. Asmat Shabdaha comes for Uttama Purushaha only, and Uttama Purushaha has only Asmat Shabdaha for it in a sentence. Similarly, Yushmat Shabdaha is only the Madhyama Purusha, and Madhyama Purusha sentences will have only Yushmat Shabdaha. So there is no other confusion there. You cannot use any other noun in that place. Nam dhatu is in which gender, ma'am? So a dhatu will not have any gender. A verb, only nouns will have gender, right? So a dhatu, no dhatu has any gender variation whatsoever. Is it neuter gender? No. Can I read? Okay. Will a pronoun precede the verb or is it understood? Usually it precedes. If it is third person, we may have to mention either a pronoun or a noun. But if it is I, if I just say namami, we know that it refers only to me. So I is already assumed there. Sindhu Suvarna, next time I will call you for reading. Now we'll go to the next dhatu. The first dhatu that we have learned is nama dhatu, and it means to salute, to bow down, or to pray. Next is the kriya padam or latlakaraha forms for vad dhatu. Vadati. Vadati means to speak. So here again we'll see the forms in Uttama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, and Uttama Purusha. Prathama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, and Uttama Purusha under Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, and Bahuvachanam. Vadati vadataha vadanti, vadasi vadathaha vadatha, vadami vadavaha vadamaha. Okay, vadati vadataha vadanti, vadasi vadathaha vadatha, vadami vadavaha vadamaha. Now notice the endings. Ti taha nti, si thaha tha, mi vaha maha. So you have to get this by heart. Si ti taha nti, si thaha tha, mi vaha maha. Notice the difference between this taha and this thaha. And this is also tha, only the visarga is absent. So si thaha tha and mi vaha maha. This is for vadad dhatu. So what does vadati mean? I will ask somebody. If you want to answer, please raise your hand. Okay, Shailaja ji.
Ram Ram Rama.
Ram Ram. Namaste. Can you read this?
Vadati, Vadataha, Vadanti, Vadasi, Vadathaha, Vadatha, Vadami, Vadavaha, Vadamaha.
Okay. Now, can you say what Vadati refers to?
Vadati
It-
means he or she or it speaks.
Very good. So here it is Uttama Purushaha, or the third person in English, he, she, or it. And why are we saying it in singular? Because it comes under Ekavachana. Okay. Vadataha is,
They too speak.
yes, they too speak. And Vadanti,
They all speak.
they all speak. Then Madhyama Purushaha,
You speak.
yes. So you speak. Can you say the word for you as well? What is the pronoun that we learned?
Tvam.
Very good. Tvam vadasi. It's always
Tvam vadasi.
tvam vadasi. Next is
Yuvam Vadataha.
excellent. Yuvam vadatha. Then
Yuyam Vadatha.
excellent. Yuyam, you all speak. Yuyam vadatha. Okay. In Uttama Purusha,
Asmad Vadami. I speak.
Asmat is the Shabda.
Aham Vadami.
The singular form is aham. Good. So aham vadami.
Vayam Vadamaha.
Avam vadavaha.
Sorry.
That is the
yeah.
dual.
Avam Vadavaha. Avam Vadamaha.
Vayam vadamaha. Aham, avam, and vayam. Vayam is plural. So vadamaha. The ending will be maha for Uttama Purusha Bahuvachanam. This is clear?
Yes.
Dhanyavadaha, Bhagini.
Dhanyawad.
Shivashankar Bhogaram Gupta Mahodaya. Shivashankar Bhogaram Gupta Mahodaya.
Ram Ram.
You want
Ram
to
Ram.
read? Ram Ram. Namaste Mahodaya.
Namaste Bhagini. Vadati, Vadataha, Vadanti.
So can you say it along with any pronoun that is apt for this?
Yes, Bhagini.
Yes.
Saha Vadati,
Very good.
Tau Vadataha, Te
Yes.
Vadanti.
Yes. If it is Napumsakalingam, what will it be?
Tat Vadati,
Yes.
Te Vadataha, Tani Vadanti.
Uttama. Next is Madhyama.
Vadasi, Vadataha, Vadatha. Tvam Vadasi,
Yes.
Yuvam Vadathaha, Yuyam
Yes.
Vadatha.
So these are all what pronouns? What are they called together?
You.
This is Yushmat
Yushmad
Shabda
Shabda. Yushmad Shabda.
in Ekavachanam,
In
Dvivachanam.
Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam.
Okay. And then Uttama Purusha.
Aham Vadami,
Yes.
Avam Vadavaha, Vayam
Yes.
Vadamaha.
Uttama.
Asmat Shabdam.
Asmat Shabda. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha Bhagini.
Sudhakar Apadharana.
Bhagini.
Ram Ram.
Namaste. Namaste.
Can you read the verbs in the different forms and then
Sure.
also recite the endings of the different forms so that we can get familiar?
Yeah. Vadati, Vadataha, Vadanti, Vadasi, Vadataha, Vadatha, वदामि वदावः वदामः
Good, excellent. Then the endings.
ति तः इन्ति सि
Yes.
तः त
Yes, with the
Ni-
Mahapran. See,
सि सि तः त मि वः मः
good. Yes, धन्यवादः. Yeah.
धन्यवादः
Now we will see some Kriya Padams. Kriya Padani is the plural form and what they mean. The first one that we are seeing is Padhati. We already saw Nam Dhatuhu, where the first form is Namati. That is Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam is Namati. Nam means to salute or bow down or to show respect or worship. So Namati. Next dhatu that we saw is Vadati is to speak. So normally we say the Prathama Purusha Ekavachana form to represent all the 9 forms because that is the first form. So if we learn the first form, then we know the rest. For example, here we have Padhati. It means he or she or it reads. Why have I put it in bracket? I am not saying saha, sa, tat or anything. I'm just saying Padhati. It just means reads. But to just give you the perspective, it means he or she or it reads. Now, this Padhati, if we see, then we can recite the rest of the forms easily. Padhati, Padhati, Padhatha, Padhanti, Padhasi, Padhatha, Padhatha, Padhami, Padhavah, Padhamah. So as I'm saying, you please repeat it in your mind so that, or you can repeat it aloud in mute so that you can get familiar. The more you recite, the easier it will be for you to memorize. Okay, we'll do that for a few dhatus just to be familiar. Pashyati. Pashyati means he or she or it sees. This is the 4th dhatu that we are saying. Nama, Vada, Patha, Pashya. Drish or Pashyati sees. Gachati goes. He or she or it goes. So the forms is Gachati, Gachatah, Gachanti, Gachasi, Gachatah, Gachatha, Gachami, Gachavah, Gachamah. Now we have Agachati. So when we add A, the meaning becomes just the opposite. Gachati means goes, Agachati means comes. He or she or it comes. So the forms are going to be very similar. Agachati, Agachatah, Agachanti, Agachasi, Agachatah, Agachata, Agachata, Agachami, Agachavah, Agachamah. Yachati, Yachadaha, Yachanti, Yachasi, Yachatha, Yachanti, Yachatha, Yacha, Yachami, Yachavah, Yachamah. This is for gives. Yacha means to give. Next is Vasati. Vasati is to reside. He or she or it resides. So here again the forms are similar. Now if anybody wants to say the 9 forms, you can try that. I can help you out in the middle if you get stuck. So just be confident and try to recite it. Usha Divati, Amy, do you want to try?
Bhagini.
Vasati, can you say all the 9 forms? Vasati means to reside. That is he or she. Or...
Vasati means resides. Saha Vasati, Te Vasataha.
No, you don't have to say the...
Tau Vasataha, Te Vasanti. Yuvam
You
Vasati.
don't have to say the pronoun. Just say Vasati, Vasataha, Vasanti. So that
Astu
it becomes...
Bhagini.
Yeah.
वसति वसतः वसन्ति वससि वसतः वसथ वसामि
Yes.
वसावः वसामः
उत्तमं धन्यवादः भगिनी Next is bhavati. He or she or it is. Hasati. He or she or it laughs. Asti is just to be. Is he or she or it is. Why I have marked it in red is that the forms are slightly different for this dhatu. We will not see this dhatu now. We just know what it means. Asti means Prathama Purusha singular form of as dhatu, and it means is. That's all. Vikasati. Vikasati means to bloom. He or she or it blooms. Upavishati. Upavishati is to sit. He or she or it sits. Patati means to fall. He or she or it falls. So, somebody wants to read or try to say the 9 forms of patati, you can raise your hands. Ushapi. Ushavi Mahoday, Bhagini. Yeah. You can unmute yourself.
पतति पततः पतन्ति पतसि
Yes.
पततः पतत पतामि पतावः पतामः
In Madhyama Purusha, Dvivachanam and Bahuvachanam, you should use the Mahaprana Sakara. Patatha patatha. Can you say that one more time?
पतसि पततः पतत
अस्तु उत्तमं धन्यवादः Veena Honati Bhagini, do you want to try the forms of Hasati?
अस्तु भगिनि नमस्ते
Namaste Ramara.
हसति हसतः हसन्ति हससि हसथः हसथ हसामि हसावः हसामः
उत्तमं धन्यवादः Shriram Mahodaya. Shriram MC Mahodaya. Yeah. Can you try the forms? Namo Namaha Rama Rama. Can you try the forms of Bhavati?
Yes. Bhavati, Bhavatah, Bhavanti, Bhavasi, Bhavatah, Bhavata, Bhavami, Bhavavah, Bhavamah.
Uttam. Dhanyawad. Yeah. So we'll go through the meanings one more time. Bhavati is, Hasati is laughs, Asti is, Vikasati is blooms, like Pushpam Vikasati, Kamalam Vikasati, it blossoms, right? Next is Upavishati, Rama Upavishati, Sita Upavishati, Patati is falls, Upavishati is sits, Patati is falls. Patati means, for example, Amraphalam, Amram Patati, or Pushpam Patati, or something falls, Kandukam Patati, anything can fall. So we can use it with any of the nouns that we have already learned. Next, Kridati. Kridati is to play. He or she or it plays. Dhavati, he or she or it runs. Nayati, he or she or it leads. Anayati. So taking it away is Nayati. Bringing it back is Anayati, brings. He or she or it brings. Charati. Charati means goes around, or sometimes it's used in the context of grazes, like Gauhu charati. It means the cow grazes. So it can either mean to go around or grazing. Karoti is to do. Karoti, again, I've marked it in red because it is a slightly different verb where the forms don't strictly come under Titahanti. There are some modifications in it, so we'll learn that later. For now, we'll stick to the forms which are similar to the ones we've already seen, which have Titaha Anti, Sithahatha, Nivahamaha as the endings. You just have to add the dhatu with these endings to get the 9 different forms. Now, again, if somebody wants to recite the 9 forms, you can raise your hand. Shubhavi, can you say the 9 forms for Nayati?
Nayati, Nayataha, Nayanti.
Yes.
Nayasi, Nayataha, Nayata. Nayami,
Tha is the Mahaprana. Very good. But the Mahaprana should be very clearly pronounced in the Madhyama Purusha, Vivachanam and Bahuvachanam. So, Nayatha, Nayatha. Only then you will not confuse it with the Nayataha of the Prathama Purusha form. Okay? So,
Nayamaha.
Nayasi, Nayatha, Nayatha with the Mahaprana properly pronounced will help you in writing it correctly as well. Dhanyavadaha Bhagini. Uttama. Dhanyavadaha. Shreya Zinsuvadia.
Hello.
Ram. Namaste.
Ram
Can
Ram.
you say the forms for Charati?
Yes. Charati, Charitah, Charitin. Charanti.
So the Rekha will remain Charati. The first part doesn't change. Charati, Charataha, Charanti.
Okay. I'll say it again. Charati, Charita. Charatah, Charanti.
Yes.
Charasi. No. Okay. Charatah, Charatha.
Excellent. And
Chara.
Correct.
Charami.
Yes.
Charavaha. Charamaha.
Maha. Excellent. Charami, Charavaha, Charamaha is for Uttama Purusha. Excellent. Dhanyavadaha Bhagini.
Thank you.
Satyabhama Raghotaman. Satyabhama Raghotaman. Can you? Ram. Namaste. Can you say the forms for Kridati?
Okay. Kridati, Kridatah, Kridanti, Kridasi, Kridataha, Kridatha, Kridami, Kridavaha, Kridamaha.
Uttama. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavad.
Now we'll do some exercise for just the meaning of the different verbs that we saw. We have seen 20 verbs so far, and we have seen the meanings as well. We can quickly revise those verbs before we come to the exercise so that you can try to answer the questions. So first we saw Pathati reads, Pashyati sees, Gacchati goes, Agacchati comes, Yachati gives, Vasati resides, Bhavati is, Hasati laughs, Asti is. So both Bhavati and Asti mean is. To be is the dhatu. Vikasati blooms, Upavishati sits, Patati falls, Kridati plays, Dhavati runs, Nayati leads or takes, Anayati brings, Charati to go around, goes around, Karoti does. Apart from this, we saw the Navadhatu salutes and Vadadhatu to speak, speaks. Vadati speaks. Vadadhatu means to speak. So plays. So, and does anybody want to try the try telling the words, the verbs for the different English words that are given? Shekhar Anantakrishnan Mahodaya, do you want to try? Shekhar Anantakrishnan
Ram Ram.
Mahodaya. Ram Ram.
Ram Ram.
Namaste. Yeah.
Namaste. Kridati.
Excellent.
Kridatah. Kridanti.
No, not all the forms. Just give the meaning
Okay.
so that we'll familiarize ourselves with the meanings first.
Yes. Agachati.
Yes. Gacchati is goes. Agacchati is comes.
Comes. Leads. Nayati.
Yes.
Padati.
Pathati is reads.
Patati. Patati.
Then salutes.
Namati.
Yes.
Namati.
Yes.
Vasati.
Pasati resides. Uttama Mahodaya.
Yes.
Dhanyavadah.
Dhanyavadah.
Resides is Pasati. Shankara Srinivasan Mahodaya. Do you want to read? Ram Ram. Namaste. Gives.
Dadati.
We have not learned Dadati yet. We have seen Yachati.
Yachati.
Yachati. Sits.
Upavishati.
Upavishati. Blooms.
Vikasati.
Uttamam. Is.
Asti or Bhavati.
Yes, you can use both Asti and Bhavati. Then
Does Karoti.
Karoti. Laughs.
Hasati.
Hasati. Uttamam Mahodaya. Dhanyavadah.
Dhanyavadah.
Now we have the vas dhatu. Somebody can try to say the forms in each of the purushas and vachanam. Sharada Chintalapati. Rama Rama Namaste. Sharada, you're self-muted.
Ram Ram Bhagini.
Ram Ram. Do you want to say the forms of
Vasati,
vasat dhatu? Yes.
Vasati, Vasataha, Vasanti, Vasasi, Vasathaha, Vasatha, Vasami, Vasavaha, Vasamaha.
Uttama. So, Vasati is he or she or it resides. Vasataha, they both. Vasanti, they all reside. Vasasi, you reside. Vasathaha, you both reside. Vasatha, you all reside. Then Uttama Purushaha, Vasami, I reside. Vasavaha, we both reside. And Vasamaha, we all reside. So for Vasasi, it can be only Tvam. Vasathaha, Yuvam. Vasatha, Yuyam. Vasami, it will be the noun will be Aham. For Vasavaha, the noun will be Avam. And Vasamaha, the noun will be Vayam. So Vasati, Vasataha, Vasanti, the nouns can be Saha, Tau, Te, Sa, Te, Taha, or Tat, Te, Tani. So as we had seen, Prathama Purusha is the first line, Madhyama Purusha second line, and the Uttama Purusha is the third line. This is the order in which you memorize the Kriya Padani. These are all forms of the Lat Lakaraha, which is the present tense. So with this, we can construct a lot of sentences because we know several words. We can construct sentences now, right? If there are any questions, I will take them now. Somebody has asked, for all dhatus, the same format follows. All the dhatus we will be seeing for now will have the same format. Later on, that we'll be seeing different dhatus or different forms, which have different forms, but that will be at a higher level. For now, at the present level, or the dhatus that we will be dealing with will have mostly the same forms. Te namataha, will it mean those or they? It can mean both. If it is the feminine gender, Strilinga Dvivachana, then it can be Te namataha, meaning they are going down. Or if it is Napumsakalinga, it will be those. Can you please explain the Linga Bheda in Prathama Purusha? So in Prathama Purusha, we are talking about a different object or thing or person. So in that case, we have to mention the gender. So we have the different options in the Tad Shabda or the Etad Shabda and the Idam Shabda, which are the pronouns. We also have the different nouns that we can use in the third person, which is why we have to be specific about the gender. So if we are using Tad Shabda, for the three vachanas in Pullinga, we have Sahatau Te. For Strilinga, we have Sa Te Taha, and for Napumsakalinga, we have Tat Te Tani. So this is the Linga Bheda. For Yushmad and Asmad, for I and you, or for we two and you two, or for we all and you all, we don't have a Linga Bheda because we don't specify the Linga when we are talking about ourselves or about the person in front of us. Yes, Asmat Shabda is the Shabda that is common for Aham, Avam and Vayam. Yushmad Shabda is the common word for Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam. Please explain the Prathama Purusha variation. I hope I have explained that because I just now told you about it. How can we differentiate the gender in Prathama Purusha? So when we are given a particular sentence, we will know the object or thing or person about whom we are talking. So if we know that, you will also know the gender. So based on that, we have to select, based on the gender and number, we have to select the appropriate pronoun. If it is Pullinga and singular, Ekavachana, then we use Saha. If it is Pullinga and Bahuvachana, we use Te, and so on. If we take one word, how do we know it's dhatu? For now, you just have to go from the dhatu to the different forms. How to take a particular word and find out the dhatu? Sometimes it can be vasa or it can be vas. So you have to refer to the dhatu book in order to be familiar with this. But then now the book will give you the different forms and the dhatus. So based on that, you can learn the dhatus along with the different forms for the restricted number of words that are given in the textbook. Difference between Asmat Shabdaha and Asmat Purushaha. There is no Asmat Purushaha. There is only Uttama Purusha, Anya Purusha and Madhyama Purusha. All dhatus will have 15 combinations. All dhatus have 9 forms in a particular lakara. So for the present tense, for one dhatu, we saw that there are 9 forms. For the Prathama Purusha or the Anya Purusha, there are only 3 forms, irrespective of what Shabda is used. So we saw that there are 9 forms for each dhatu. Are there any exceptions? There will be 9 forms for all dhatus because we see that all these usages are prevalent. You can either use it in the first person, second person or third person. You can use it in singular, dual or plural. Only with pronoun? No, not just with pronoun. If it is Prathama Purusha, you can use it with any noun as well. Because things about whom we are talking can be anything. It can be an object, it can be a person, it can be anything that we can talk about. But when it is I or you, we have specific words which are Asmad and Yushmad. Can you please share 9 forms of asti? It will be beyond the scope for now. Let us deal with it when we are at the appropriate level. So it is better to go step by step, because if I start, with as dhatu and kr dhatu with karoti, now then you will get confused. So become familiar with these 9 forms by repeated practice. Then we will proceed to the higher, the dhatus with different forms or special forms later on. When do you use bhavati and when do you use asti? Bhavati and asti can be interchangeably used. There is no differentiation between the two. Lat lakara form of asti differs from normal form. Yes. What is the meaning of karoti? Karoti means he or she or it does. To do is the dhatu. Kr is the dhatu. Charami. Why do we add a? That is the form. We cannot ask why. So charami, charavaha, charamaha is the uttama purusha forms. So what is the dhatu vasati? Vasati is to reside. Bhavati and asti have no difference. Bhavati, does it mean to become? Not necessarily. That is not necessarily the difference between bhavati and asti. They are both exactly the same meaning wise. Okay. The different linga vachana in Prathama Purusha. Prathama Purusha is about other people or other things or objects, which is why we can mention the different lingas. The only addition is the lingas. All the other, that is Madhyama Purusha and Uttama Purusha, also have vachanas, as the Prathama Purusha does. But the addition is the linga, because we are talking about other things. When we are talking about myself or you, we will not mention the linga. That's a normal thing that we observe even in English. Same form in titaha nunti. Yes, likhati, likhataha, likhanti also has the same form as the other dhatus. What is the difference between dadati and yachati? Dadati we have not even seen, so let us just stick to the dhatus we have seen, so that the others do not get confused. Dadati has special forms, so we will not see it now. Does Kriya Padam change with gender? Not at all. You saw that only Prathama Purusha has the Linga Bheda, and in Prathama Purusha, the dhatus do not undergo any change based on the different lingas. There are only 3 forms, which are common for Pullinga, Strilinga and Napumsaka Linga. So dhatu will never get a Linga Bheda. What is the Sanskrit verb for take? It will be adadati. We will see different verbs. There are so many dhatus which are not covered here. We have seen only 20 dhatus. So you can keep coming up with different verbs and to find out the verbs. We'll go step by step. We'll just learn the dhatus which are there in the book for now. Actually, I have covered the dhatus which are there in both the 9th lesson and the 10th lesson together. So for the next class, you can become familiar with the meanings of the dhatus as well as the forms. So we'll have a small dictation or test in the beginning of the next class also, as we always do. Okay, just this, Jayanti Prabhakar has some question. I'll unmute you. Jayanti Prabhakar, Nalini, do you have any question? I didn't understand your question.
Can you hear me?
Ram. Namaste. Yeah.
Namaste. Ma'am, like you told us about the Uttama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha for Vasati, right? We learned that Aham, Tvam, Yuvam, we learned that part. But I want you to please explain the Vasati word in the 3 Pullinga, Strilinga in the Prathama Purusha, Tat Shabdaha. So I can understand, I didn't understand how to form that with those, with the Tat Shabdaha. How will we use it? That was my question.
Yes, Tat Shabdaha has 3 different lingas, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Pullinga, Strilinga and Napumsakalinga. The Pullinga Ekavachana form of Tat Shabda is Saha. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
What is the Dvivachana form?
Dvivachana will be Te, I think.
No, Saha, Tau.
Tau, yeah,
So,
Tau, sorry.
Tau.
Tau.
And Bahuvachana will be
Te.
Saha, Tau, Te.
Correct.
So for singular, Saha, we use Vasati.
Okay.
And Strilingam singular also we use Vasati.
Strilingam Sa. Yeah, okay, Vasati.
Sa.
Yeah.
So Saha Vasati, Sa Vasati, and Napumsakalinga Tat.
Tat.
Napumsakalinga Ekavachana form is also Vasati only.
Vasati, okay.
So for Dhatu, there is no Linga Bheda. There is no change based on the Lingam of the noun that you are using.
Right.
Is this clear? Similarly for Dvivachana. Okay. For Tau Vasataha, Te Vasataha for Strilingam, Te Vasataha for Napumsakalingam.
So Tau Vasataha and Te also it will be Vasataha, is it?
Yes.
Okay. And so Sa will become
Sa
Te.
is singular, so it will have Vasati.
Yeah.
Now don't confuse between singular and dual. Now we are dealing only with dual forms.
Right.
So you should take Tau, Te and Te. If it is Pullingam, it is Tau. Napumsakalingam and Strilingam, it is Te.
Te.
So let's have Te Vasataha.
Yes.
And for Bahuvachanam, it will be, for Pullingam, it is Te. So Te Vasanti. For Napumsakalingam, it is Tani. Strilingam, it is Taha. So Te Vasanti for Pullingam, Tani Vasanti for Napumsakalingam, and Taha Vasanti for Strilingam.
Oh, so the Vasati changes to Vasanti for Te, is it?
The Vasati changes to Vasanti only based on the number, not on the gender.
Yes. So basically, when it is Te, it is they too, it becomes Vasanti.
That's because in Strilinga and Napumsakalinga, Te means dual.
Right. So Te becomes Vasanti, right? And Ta will be, Taha will be also
Bahuvachanam.
Bahuvachanam.
Vasanti.
Vasanti. Okay, fine.
Yes.
So basically, vasati, tau vasatah, te vasatah, sa vasati, te vasanti, taha vasanti.
Te vasatah, taha vasanti.
Oh, te
If you're
vasati.
referring to a Strilinga Dvivachana, it should, whatever Dvivachana is only vasatah. It will not become vasanti because it's Strilinga.
Oh, okay. Because it is a Strilinga, it
I
stays
would
this.
advise you to first revise these forms, sit quietly and think about it and revise the form. And then if you have any doubts, please write to me. I will answer.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you.
So the homework given in the textbook in lesson 9 is you have to translate these forms. We all read, you all read, he goes. Okay. Try this 9.1. The first one is a translation. Second one is also a translation from Sanskritam to English. And third, you have to just write different combinations with the help of the different pronouns that we have learned. We learned 15 pronouns, right? The Tad Shabda in all the 3 vachanas, in all the 3 lingas, plus the Asmat Shabda 3 forms, Yushmat Shabda 3 forms, altogether 15 forms of pronouns. Make sentences combining them with the correct verb form of different dhatus. You can pick any dhatu of your choice and then make some, at least 20 sentences is what they're asking. If you do more, it is good for you. Okay. So we will stop here. We will recite the Shanti Mantra. Does anybody want to recite the Shanti Mantra? After reciting the Shanti Mantra, if there are still some questions, I will answer them. Bhaiya Uma Devi, Bhagini, do you want to recite the Shanti Mantra? Bhaiya Uma Devi, Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Bhagini. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Dhanyavadah Bhagini. Dhanyavadah Sarvebhyah Shubharatrihi Punarbalamah. Before we close, see if there are any more questions. Dhanyavadah.